Hello and welcome back to TPL Season 3. Together with North Stream, we're like re-commentating our first match against
Hello.
Yeah, against the System of the Clowns or something, was it?
Yeah, I think that is correct.
Yeah, and yeah, would say we are just starting right away. We are talking about our team and the enemy team after the replay, so I would say we just start.
Yeah, let's go.
So in first we were just thought about like what mon could they lead with, and in our opinion the safest play was to lead with the size method, because we could easily like just press stealth rocks and would be safe.
Yeah, because the only Pokemon that really knows taunt in their team is Gligar. Yeah, Gligar doesn't really want to stay in on a Seismic Toad. So we figured that it's a good way to get up rocks early, because Charizard is very weak to rocks. So for this match, we had actually double rocks. We had rocks on 2 guys, because we really felt like stealth rocks was really important to shutting down that Charizard.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, then the next play was like, we obviously don't want to stay in the mill tank, and for that we switched into Registeel because we predict the Toxic that's coming right here. Yeah, afterwards they switched into the Gligar. We put our Stealth Rocks on and switched out again to the Gallade. Because we thought they would defog what they did, so we can just easily Mega and attack.
Get a free knockoff.
Yeah, get a free knockoff.
Yeah, so the Sableye is quite annoying for Gallade, so getting rid of its leftovers is actually really big in the end game, which we will see later.
Okay.
So here we predicted the knockoff, but even if we stay in, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
since Hitsuki's gonna recover up.
Yeah, we just traded leftovers for leftovers, actually, probably. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we are. Yeah, we are momentum here, and we actually yeah, I personally was surprised that this thing has like grass knot.
Yeah, me too. So the window was mostly for Coco, so this was a really cool bring for them. But anyway, we still got our rocks up, which is still our goal of this game. Here we're gonna predict the EQ coverage.
Yes. Yeah, they are going to switch out into the Gligar. I think the Gligar has has a Rocky? No, it doesn't have Rocky Helmet. It's just a recoil. Ah, yeah, Evolute, yeah.
But it was mostly the scout set from either the Metagross or the Gligar, since attacking there. Even U-turning didn't do much.
Yes.
This way we get momentum. And here, this turn.
Yeah,
we were so close to clicking Toxic here.
Yeah, that was the turn where, like, I don't know how long the turn was, but we just thought about it, how should we play it, because we talked about it, they would probably switch in the Melodic, and if we just Toxic the Melodic, like the Flame Orb can't proc, and it would be an easier win for us. If we Toxic the Melodic here, the match would have been way easier, but yeah, we decided to go for the Skull. That was like the misplay here. If we would have gone for the Toxic, it would be way better. But it happens, so.
And here we just figured they would go for something. We just wanted to scout, because we figured we could get momentum back.
Yes.
But they actually recover. And here we go into Toad. We wanted to bait the water move again, or the ice move again, so we can get some more HP on our Sylveon when we wish. Shape it down, some burn damage.
Yeah, at this point the match like kinda began to get a little bit stally, because like we're both teams have like can't do like really anything against the other team at this point. Like, we need to chip the enemy mons down a little bit, so so we can like revenge kill or afterwards or something. Yeah, at this point
here they decide to just trade rocks.
Yes.
They go into Metagross. That was a good play, expecting our Toxic.
our game plan for this match was like to get the Metagross and the Gligar, Gligar out, so our Nihileo can like sweep the whole team. But yeah, it wasn't that easy.
It wasn't that easy, and you will find out later why.
So now we are predicted the Earthquake again. And they're just going to the Miltank.
Due turn.
Ah, the Miltank has Rocky Helmet, yeah.
Yeah. And here, I was thinking really hard that we could SD, but so what I thought was that the Sableye was gonna have Encore, and we can't set up versus Encore Sableye, so that's why we doubled into Sylveon instead.
Yeah.
But we're gonna find out later that it actually doesn't have Encore. That's the main reason why we were able to win this game.
Yeah, because I think it had Play Rough?
Foul Play.
Foul Play. Okay.
Which makes sense. Does a lot of damage, but...
Yeah, they unfortunately missed the Zen Headbutt here, but either way, it wouldn't have mattered that much, so...
No. Just keep on switching out.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of just switching and like trying to predict what they're doing next and finding counterplays.
We don't know exactly the Milotic set, and I was really scared of Scald because our main win condition here after the game was Nihilego and Mega Gallade, right?
Yes.
And if Mega Gallade gets burned, we don't have Heal Bell.
Yeah, that was the problem.
Like, it's very, very horrible for us. So here we just sit out, bid some recovers.
Yeah, just like we wanted them to get the most of recovers out, so we can just get rid of this Milotic because it's so bulky and we can't do like anything against it.
Yeah, this was a good play from them. I thought they would predict the Talonflame and go for Sen.
Yeah, and here they go for the Zen, and that was the problem. Yeah. Then the Metagross had Bullet Punch, what we didn't expect. Like that's the reason why the Talonflame died here, because we thought we're faster and could have like gone for the flame. Flare Blitz and like just chip the Metagross, but it had Bullet Punch.
Yeah, that was nice, and it also showed us that it's gonna be harder for us to win with Nihilego, right?
Because it can just bullet punch us. That's the thing.
And here they made a really greedy play, in my opinion. So
yeah, they got for the recover. If we had just like pressed pressed the Hyper Voice, the thing would be 100% dead. So, but we didn't expect like them to just recover like that. So we got we did the Baton Pass and switched into the Seismitoad here.
Yeah. Just gonna go back because we don't wanna get knocked, burned, and we get a free heal always with Sylveon.
Yeah, now we will like wish and just hyper voice the Milotic so it takes damage and needs to recover. So our game plan here was to like focus on the Milotic and try to get as many recovers out as we can, so it should stay at a percentage where the
Gallade can just come.
Yeah, Gallade or Nihileo can just kill it.
So here, this is really good for us now, because we're chipping down the Metagross.
Yes.
It's getting low, but we feel like we have to sack something because we really don't have a good switch in.
Yeah, so we...
So the Ridge still doesn't do much.
Yeah,
we
so
just sack it off.
Sack our Registeel
here and
have a free switch, and that's the thing.
Yeah, and here, can you pause?
Yeah, we can pause, actually.
So here, I felt like we didn't have much turns because of the Bullet Punch. Nihilego was gonna get shipped down from the Metagross. So here, I decided that we just have to go for it with Gallade. You can continue.
Yes. I think was it here at this point?
Yeah, I think we switched We knock off the first time because
Yeah.
we now want them to recover in case we crit. Oh no, wait, it's later.
No,
Sorry,
it's a little bit later. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like we did, I think we just there was one play. Here at this point we're like again a little bit stallier, trying to somehow kill the melodic, or
Yeah.
but
So
we
what
can't.
we want to do now is just keep it down. Try to keep it at a percentage as low as possible. Because then we want to wish and we want to baton it past it in our Glade. So now it's pretty low. We get in our Glade. And since this is max BDF Milotic,
Yeah, I think so. I think
we're gonna predict a Sableye switching again to keep that thing a bit low. And slowly but surely.
Yeah, and we got here I think free wish. No, we got for the hyper voice. If we had credit here, the melodic was dead, but it was like it would be pretty lucky if we had credit there, but we didn't.
So we're still operating under the fact that we think the the Sableye has Encore, so that's why we haven't tried to set up yet.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But we're soon gonna get in a position where we're forced to take that risk.
Yeah,
Which was
I think
which was a bit weird because their team was very Galade weak.
Yes. Yeah, it's just like a lot of switching out and everything, and like trying to chip down the mon as good as possible. But you see, that's the problem with the melodic. Like that's why I said if we had toxicked it like at the point earlier, it would have probably be dead at this point.
Yeah.
So.
We want to keep our Sylveon still a bit healthy.
Yes.
Yeah, and here we see the toxic, so we're like, okay.
Yeah, Aegicario, so toxic immunity, and now double switching into our Glade because.
Yeah, we expected the EQ, and it wasn't in kill range yet.
Yes.
Because this was probably the main check to the Nihilego with Metacross.
Yeah, now they have their Gligar, and like our Seismitoad is a free switching for the Gligar probably, or was it? Yeah, we're switching. No, we switched into a Mega Glade at this point.
Yeah, because then that's knock off. Yeah.
Yeah, so now we're knock offing, and I think at this point, no, it was later.
Yeah, no, this is the critical turn because they go for Willow here. That was pretty obvious. Because if we stayed in and SD'd up, it would have been like terrible for them. But here I think they misplayed a bit. They had other ways to go into, but because they went into like their main Galade check, we got a nice chip on it before we died.
Yeah.
Which means now when we go into Nihilego, they have to sack something, since this is low. We can decide to sack the mill tank.
The crit didn't matter at this point.
The bullet punch here was a roll.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So we decided that we didn't want to rest the game. We go into Toad. And we know they're gonna click Grass Knot here, but we don't have much choice, so
no, they switched into Melotech again.
They were expecting us to be faster, that's why.
Yeah, that's the thing why.
So they switch out. And here I'm like, okay, even if they have Encore, we just have to go for it.
We just have to go for the Sword Dance and stack it up. They actually go for the Will-O-Wisp. No, first of all they go for the Recover, we go for the Knock Off.
Here I'm like, okay, they probably don't have Encore because they would have clicked it right away.
Yeah.
So we're expecting the Willow.
We go for SD again. Yeah, and that's the point where our Galade was strong.
Yeah, and here they probably went for foul play, expecting us to predict their Recover, but we got that play right.
Yeah.
And now Galade is faster than everything. It kills everything. So it just goes crazy.
Yeah. Here's the Protect. We go for the CC.
Yeah.
Like if we needed to go for DCC, DCC was the safe play because our other attacks that we had on the Gallade, there was a roll that we killed the Melodic or not. So we get for this.
Exactly. We had to send
DCC.
Headbutt, and send Headbutt can miss. It is a 9% accurate move.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And
why
we decided we were in
DCC.
such a good position here, so we just went for close combat all the time. And here, we figured that close combat always kills, can't miss.
Yeah,
And
we are
know
now
this
on.
thing,
Yeah,
it's gonna kick bullet punch.
yeah.
Because
Now,
we're on -2.
so at this point, I think the bullet punch would have killed us. So we
Yeah.
decided to go into the Seismethode, sack
The
our
sack.
Seismethode here, or like try to get a little bit of damage out of. No,
Yeah.
no, we were slower.
We were slow.
Yeah. Now we go again back into the Gallade and we're burned and everything, but still our knockoff kills at this percentage. And
It
that's
was like,
and that's
90% kills.
yeah, and that's how we won the game actually. It was pretty
Yeah.
close and really intense.
It was a long one.
Yeah, and I needed to say we misplayed at some points, but I think at the late game we're like slowly just played it down how we should, and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, in the end we got a bit. They forgot to put on Encore, or not forgot, but they didn't put on Encore, and that was the main reason we were able to win,
Yeah.
because they had Encore. But yeah, Gallade kinda just went ham and killed almost everything.
Yeah,
houses.
and now we can like get into our you see like what we have played on our mons and
Yeah.
how they were invested and everything. Do you want to say something why they were invested that way?
Oh
and-
yeah. So you can see the window berry on Seismethode, and I mean it worked out this time because they had
Grassnut.
on their Metagross, but it was actually for Grassnut under Coco, because Coco was faster than everyone in our team,
Mhm.
and it was quite a problem. But
Yeah,
I'm guessing they didn't bring it because we had Sylveon.
yeah, we had Sylvia as a check for it. Yeah, first of all, we were pretty surprised that the Coco didn't come with, but
Yeah,
it was.
that was the main surprise.
That was the main surprise in there. But yeah, you see, I think there isn't much to explain why we played the things like we played. We played the Aqua Berry on the regulatory steel.
With counter, yeah, because
Yeah.
basically they have very few offensive threats, but Charizard X was a really scary one. So we wanted to have as many away as possible to deal with it. That's why we had Choice Scarf and the Hilego that was just about faster. And we also had Gale Wings Talonflame, so if it's full HP it can Brave Bird chip.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like our team, and here we see what they had. Well, when we calced everything, we're sure that the Metagross
Nope.
had Southwest. I think we knew like every month's item while we calced, but we knew that the Sableye had leftovers because we knocked them off. The Rocky Helmet, we saw it. We knew that the Melodic has the Flame Orb. Charizard can only have the Charizard egg, Charizard X thing
Megastone.
there, the Megastone. Yeah, the Gligar needs to have the Evolate because it wouldn't have tanked like so well.
So you can see here like their main check to our Gallade was their Gligar,
Yes.
which was a bit weird since if it gets knocked off it's pretty easy for us to kill, and they only had Earthquake to hit it. So that's why I was expecting Encore Sableye, but they probably thought that they could just use both to check it.
Yeah. Yeah, and
But,
we
Yeah, in the end,
yeah, in the end we just like we didn't know their movesets, so
yeah.
that's the thing, like
we
why
had
we were
to play
scared.
around it. Yeah. And yeah, they also had no Scarfers, so we always had the faster ones on our team. which is
Yes.
A bit interesting. But yeah, the Metagross set was really good because Bullet Punch stopped us from outspeeding
Yeah.
and just sweep their team. Because if you look at their team and you look at Power Gem, it's like they have one resist, and that's Metagross. And we got it pretty low with Hyper Voices and Stealth Rocks.
Yes,
So,
and yeah, it was like I think a pretty defensive team. Like Sableye and Metagross and the Gligar were pretty defensive. I didn't like know why they exactly took the Miltank. Like they, I think one time they clicked rocks with it. They tried the Toxic. They clicked Earthquake like one time. But like Milk Drink, they didn't use Milk Drink like once.
no, but we figured it would have that, but they didn't really have a chance to click it.
Yeah. Yeah, and
but it was a great game.
Yeah, it was a pretty tense game. Like it was pretty tense. We misplayed sometimes, but it still was fun.
Yeah, and we can also see that the Milotic did not have Scald, it had Protect.
Yeah,
So
it had Protect.
That was also a reason why we didn't go hard Gallade, because we didn't see Protect until the end, and we were a bit scared of getting Scald burned on our Gallade.
Yeah, we didn't saw one move from the Charizard, unfortunately. So they had a Dragon Dance set, like the typical Charizard X set with Dragon Dance, Flare Blitz, Dragon Claw, and Roost. Yeah.
No, but it was a very close game. Came down to the wire, and our first pick, he did it. He went crazy.
Yes. Yeah, and I think that's all for it. So
yeah.
The next game we're playing will not be after commentated, because I will be at home, so we can like commentate live and you see everything live. So that was just I hope a one-timer, because it's for me it's easier if we just commentate live and do everything like that. Yes. Okay. Good. Then hope you all have a nice day, and we'll see us on the next play, on the next day of the TPL. So bye bye.
See ya.